Alright, we had an internet hiccup. Not sure what happened there, but it cut off the YouTube stream. So I just shut everything down and restarted. It's really frustrating. That's my main. I have two internet connections for this reason, because sometimes, because we live in the backwoods in the middle of nowhere, stuff like that happens. So the Twitch stream was fine, but the YouTube stream decided to just cut off. And it wasn't reconnecting. So we went ahead and just started everything from scratch. So we're back up. It sucks when that happens because you always lose a portion of the audience that don't come back later, but I can't. Those are things I can't control because I live in the middle of nowhere. So onwards we go.
Me? A soul warden? No, that could not be. It is such a pretentious sounding name. And the soul wardens are all gone, lost, corrupted. Who knows? There is a tower not far. Go get your answers there, for I have
This is
none
what I was
left.
talking about yesterday. I vaguely remembered this part of the storyline. Because I literally said earlier, I said, I think I remember him being like a guardian or something. And it's a soul warden. Now it's time to go explore some towers. I'll try to have a horse. Technically, we're almost there, so. Search Arcturus for clues about the Soul Warden's fate.
History is filled with stories of failure, but ours will end in triumph. I promise you. Join me and we will achieve victory.
Creepy lady. Regarding the ancient guardians, they worship ancient society but are not ancients themselves. Find the Soul Warden clue in the base of the tower.
We have fallen back to the tower. On all sides, the corrupted come for us. Our lines of defense are broken. Our compatriots fleeing. Those who could cover the distance have come to this ancient place seeking shelter. We are preparing fortifications. We will make our stand here. I do
Okay.
not think it will be enough.
They don't think it will be enough. Glowing portal of blue energy can't be good.
They have broken through. We no longer have means of escape, but we were able to seal the upper floors of the tower. Even now, I can hear them battering against our barrier. We have rationed our food and supplies, our weapons. They will not last much longer. Sleepless nights are evident in frayed nerves and quiet tears.
Quiet
The
tears.
Soul Wardens search my face for composure. I cannot save them, but I will not show them my stand.
How many spirits do we have to defeat? Oh, we need the boss. No, get up there and get her. Alright, I think it just was a public event, so we're good. Find the final clue at the top of the tower.
Supplies are exhausted. The tower shutters under the assault. There is nowhere else to go. Soon, they will ascend the stair, and all will be lost. They beg me to run, to preserve the Order's future. I will not be the last Soul Warden. I will not abandon my post.
So these are probably what, his memories? It's just me and the stars now. Ooh, that was probably certain death if I jumped that way. No, your contributions will be lost if you don't return now. Hang on, but... Oh, that was just the public event thing. Yeah, I don't care about that. I was like, why is it telling me to go back up top? And it was counting that event that was going on. Let us get hence from this place. Can you summon while you're running? You totally can summon while you're running. Oh, that's a nice transition. Very cool.
You have been to the tower then, have you? The ghosts of my fellow wardens call from there, demanding that I remember.
What do you remember?
Pain, sadness, regret. I have stemmed the waters of memory for many years. But the dam is breaking. I will tell you what happened.
Cutscene? Yeah.
We were not the first to stand against the corrupted. Heroes of a lost age once harnessed the magic of the ancients to defend Aeternum. Delving into a tomb of legend, we found the ancient rites those heroes employed. And the Soul Warden Order was born. Harnessing the ancients' magics, Romano blessed us with a bulwark against corruption's influence. But this gift came at great sacrifice. We would never be the same again. Our newfound powers carried us to many victories. I began to believe we could actually vanquish the corrupted. But the Crimson Sorcerer was a wily foe. He learned our secrets and exploited them. One by one,
I wonder if Isabella is his
my
apprentice.
fellow wardens became corrupted. The Tower of Huntress is where we made our stand. In a final act of desperation, Constanta and I would leap from the heights. But in the end, I was alone. I have tried to honor the memory of my fallen friends, but the memories are too much. I am no longer a Soul Warden. There are no Soul Wardens anymore. There now. My story is complete. And you know the truth of who and what I was. End of my failure. I truly am the last. All that the Order was, all that it will be in this decaying mind of mine. I am sorry. You have come to me seeking a way to fight the darkness within. But I have nothing to offer.
Well, what if I became a soul warden?
That is a terrible idea. The process required to harden one's soul against corruption demands a sacrifice. You cannot imagine. The days of the Soul Wardens are done with. And I have a great deal of fishing to do.
I need your help.
Even if you were to pursue such a foolish notion, you would need to forge a weapon capable of combating corruption. And that would be...
This is when you need that. I remember this quest chain from the launch.
The angry earth is no longer generous with its seeds of power.
Yeah, this is that, it's the artifact that you used to have to get into the dungeons to do the expeditions.
There was once a huntress in these parts. An unfriendly and elusive sort. She spoke on the angry earth's behalf. You might ask about her in Oxborough. But getting her to give you a living seed, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay. Return to Oxborough. Well, we could just fast travel back. Why not? That's a cool screenshot, or cool concept art right there. Screenshot, no. Cool piece of concept art right here. I wish I could draw. My talents, that in other areas. Oh my goodness, the 2:30 a.m. wake up is catching up.
My hunch about this town was right. Did you know the jewelers deal in gold plating? These pampered city folk truly can't tell the difference. But what have you been up to?
Lots of stuff. Looking for the Huntress.
Well now, that's a bit strange. I was just hearing Tavern talk the other day about some wild woman in the wood. Like a ghost. Disappears when you look at her.
Nice.
I'd ask the captain of the scouts. I'll wager he knows something.
Well, off we go to talk to Captain Dubois. Tell me more, sir.
I know one knows sniffing for information when I see one. I have certainly lived here long enough. We'll get on with it then. What do you want to know about?
A wild woman in the forest?
There's legends, and then there's truth. People talk nonsense. Say the Huntress is part animal or some kind of spirit. She's actually just a recluse. Makes a shrine near the mines to the north her home. I'd look there.
Alright, so we need to ride on out of town. Oh, we got points to spend. Bum, bum, bum. Whoop, 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 whoop. Go back to the map. We'll do the map first. Character. What do you get for the con bonuses? That's at 50. I might as well spend the last few points I have in Constitution. Why not? Poison shot. Just got a little more powerful. Oh, we're riding down the road a ways. Very cool. I love how the horse speeds up when you're on the road. What is OPR, Hafid? Don't know what that means. Captain Craig says looks better no more green screen. Yeah, the other internet was having an issue, so it killed YouTube. So we're on the secondary internet right now. Fingers crossed. I totally went the wrong direction. I wasn't paying attention. Hang on, let me go back to the road. I was looking at something different and not paying attention to which direction my horse was going. Let's go right here. There's a fast travel waypoint up here I want to unlock. Get the waypoint, and then it looks like we will bear west. Something else I remember before was like there were rifts that you could close, and there were like public events where you would go like fight waves of mobs to like close a rift. There's a lot of stuff that I don't remember at all. Like I have vague recollections, but it's like don't remember exactly. Like the syndicate quests. Yeah, this might be what I'm thinking of right here. Isn't there an event? Isn't there like a rift happening over here to the left? Because if you look on the map, it shows something off in the field. I don't want to go over there because it'll eat me. Yeah, right there. That's totally one of those rifts. I'm not incorrect. I am remembering this. Yeah, these are like these corrupted monoliths. Yeah, level 25, and I need an Azoth staff, tier 1, which I don't have yet. That's the quest we're actually working on right now. Okay, I do kind of remember this. It's just been a while. Alright, we need to go right at the fork. Oh, I totally had a fast travel waypoint I could have gone to up there too. Oh well. Dressilla over on Twitch says, hey there, Ren, just tuned in, been defending your Starfield content. Honest question, is New World, in your opinion, better now compared to the original? Oh, it's fucking 10 times better. This is way better. Holy shit. Like, I could probably go back and dig up my New World videos from when this game launched. I have those videos on my channel somewhere. And it was fun, but it was unoptimized. Like, not a train wreck, but it was definitely, it had the typical bug. So whether you're talking Star Wars Outlaws or Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield, you name it, every game when it launches, it has bugs and polish issues. And this game had the same thing. It had bugs and polish issues. So the current version of the game, which is 3 years old, is extremely polished compared to the launch version. This PS5 version has been largely a flawless experience.
You trespass on sacred ground, human.
There's been a couple of little bugs I've seen, but nothing at all. Ooh, who are you?
I hope you have good cause.
Talk to Adiana?
You tread on what was once hallowed ground, human. Whatever your purpose coming here, it is misguided. Go back to your settlement.
I came to speak to you, actually.
No surprise. Your kind are always speaking, never listening. That is why so few of you can hear the whispers of the angry earth.
Alright, let's complete the quest.
You say you've come to see me, but I see only darkness dwelling behind your eyes. The actions of your kind have already tainted this place.
So, I'll make the short version. I can't tell when there's ads running on Twitch because I'm multi-streaming on YouTube as well at the same time, so I never know when there's ads running. So, the short answer to your question is, the launch version of this game 3 years ago launched like every launch normally launches, which means it had some bugs and some hiccups and some performance issues. This version of the game, which is 3 years later, extremely polished. This is 10 times better than the launch version. I'm playing on the PS5 right now. It's been, I would say, almost a flawless experience, like 99% flawless on the PS5. I've seen a couple little hiccups that have been related to like probably server hiccup things, but otherwise it's been an absolutely flawless experience, this version versus the launch. Anonymous just gifted 5 subs over on Twitch. Thanks so much for the support. Appreciate it. Congrats to Leon9412, Baylords2121, Athalis995, Canwick, and Jahrafen. Enjoy. I believe there's like a September thing going on too right now with stuff. I'm not exactly sure. I'm still learning all the Twitch stuff. We're coming up on our 1-year Twitch anniversary in October. But yeah, this is extremely polished compared
You
to
are
the launch version.
wasting your
And this has a
time
brand new
and
storyline.
mine. It is the evil of your kind that
Has
slowly
cutscenes
spreads
now.
across the land,
Like,
poisoning
it's a completely
everything.
different experience than what I played
This
at launch.
fountain, once a source of life and power, now fouled.
Can it not be restored?
The flow of Azoth that once fed the fountain has become blocked, undoubtedly by the crimson plague that's overcome the nearby mine.
OPR
Very
stands
well.
for
If you can
Outpost
destroy
Rush.
whatever
Oh, yeah, I
vile
don't do
cankers
PvP.
have grown
That's
in the
why.
mine,
That's why I have no
we will
frame of
hear
reference.
your request. Otherwise, be gone.
All right, we're going to address a couple of trolley comments right now. So someone just left a comment, BBN577 over on my video on Aeternus. Should you buy it? Which is the video that we launched just before we went live today. You're going to be famous really quick, BBN577. This dude's, it says, this is his comment. This dude's on Amazon Games payroll. Bet he don't play again after this beta. This is an advert. Amazon Games deliberately added a lock-on target just to shit on what's left of the community out of spite. Amazon Game Studio is a joke. The whole dev team, by the way, whole spelled H-O-L-E, the whole dev team needs to be fired. Every time the community asks for something, they do the exact opposite. It's crazy. So first of all, BBN577, you don't know anything about how being a full-time content creator and streamer works. You are obviously woefully ignorant, and I'm going to rip you apart right now because you're full of shit. If this was a paid stream, or if I was being paid in any way, shape, or form by Amazon Game Studios, I would have a big, it would be like capitalized with parentheses somewhere in the title on YouTube and Twitch, and it would say, sponsored by Amazon Games. If I had been given a key, it would say, key by name of this. I'm playing an open beta like everyone else. I am required by federal law because I am governed by United States law because I get paid by YouTube, a United States corporation. All of my banking and everything. So I am required to adhere to federal law. The fact that you don't understand that shows that you're just one of those little cringe bitches who writes things on the internet without actually having a clue of how any of this works. I'm not on Amazon Game Studios payroll. I can't be. I would have to disclose that if I were. Bet he doesn't play again after this beta. I've actually already played this game outside of the beta. Go back on my channel, watch the videos. Not only did I play this game when it came out, I also played when the controller support came earlier this year. I did a couple videos around that. You can go watch those. The rest of your comment is just typical I hate Amazon's games drivel. I am now hiding you from the channel, and you will never breathe my rarefied air ever again. Dipshit. I get so tired of hearing stuff like that, guys. It's like federal law requires sponsorships and ads to be disclosed. Like, it just amazes me that people don't know that. And I love calling it out because it truly is a trigger point, because it's like, so many people, it's like, if I post something positive about Star Wars Outlaws, I'm a shill. If I post something positive about Starfield, I'm a shill. I post something positive about this game, I'm a shill. Anytime I post something positive about a game, I'm a shill. The only way I have any credibility to some people is if I'm shitting on every game that comes out. Fuck that noise. I hate rage bait. It's like the worst cesspool disease of the internet. Like, I play games because I like to have fun. I get paid through advertising revenue and people like Anonymous, who just dropped a bunch of free subs over on Twitch. And for those of you who don't know, like, Twitch and YouTube, I make my day job money comes from YouTube. The bulk of my revenue comes from advertising, from content creation. I do videos all the time. We do like 8 videos a day, sometimes more. And then we have memberships on YouTube. I have memberships on the Patreon. We have subscription memberships on Twitch. We have people doing the donations and gifting subs and memberships here and there and bits and cheers and all those things. Like, all that combines to pay my wage. I've been doing this it'll be full-time 3 years in February. So we're coming up on our 3rd year anniversary once we get into the new year. Woefully lacking on education on the behalf of some of these trolls who just, anytime you say anything positive, you're automatically a shill and you're paid. It's just, it gets so tiring. And yeah, I could ignore it and just hide those people from channel, which I do most of the time. But when it happens live, I like to call them out because it's an entertaining little moment in the stream. And to remind all of you who might not know that, or to educate some of you who might not know, oh yeah, if I'm paid, go back and look at my channel. Anytime I'm given a free key, it says free key in the title of the stream, and it will also say key provided by blah, 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 blah in the description text below. And if I'm sponsored, it says sponsored by. It's... This literally was not even on my radar until the day before, the night before it went live. Somebody we were playing, I think we were doing Warhammer Space Marine 2, like Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Somebody said, hey, did you know that Amazon is doing its New World Aeternum open beta over the weekend? And I was like, no, I did not know that. And they were like, it's free. And I was like, well, then I'm going to go try it on the console because I've already played this on the PC and I liked it. Played it at launch, you know. Bosun says, got 300 to 500 hours in this game. Easiest purchase of my life. Cost me $40 just to take the wife and the kids to McDonald's. I know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Draxilla says, huge respect for calling them out. I do it from time to time. And yes, the Shattered Space videos are soon. We're going to be diving back into Starfield on Friday. I also have another comment that I'm saving for a different rant video. I'll read it to you guys really quick. It's gonna be on the next my next Dragon Age Veilguard video. We're saving this one for the next Dragon Age Veilguard thing we do. The person JURP06, so Jurpo6, left a comment on my YouTube short saying I'm loving the look of combat in Dragon Age the Veilguard, and their comment literally says, "Are you retarded? This game looks like it was made by pink-haired DEI lesbians." That is like the cringiest. Like, this is someone who clearly has an agenda against BioWare, and is just. I can't wait. We're gonna show that one off the next time we do our Dragon Age video or stream. It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun together, everybody. Little Adventure said, I heard lots of people hate on New World. Honestly, I've never tried it because I prefer using my Xbox controller over keyboard. Obviously, I'm not very far into it, but so far I'm liking it. Controller is fluid. My main game is ESO, so I really enjoy the combat in New World so far. Very similar to ESO. If you're coming over from ESO, yeah, the combat will feel very similar. And the controller support is very, very good. You can also, by the way, play with the controller on the PC version. They added that support early in 2024. Ahead of the launch of the Aeternum, which is the console version of the game that's also a relaunch of the PC version so that everyone's playing on the same version. I think they've done a great job. I don't need a blunderbuss. I will take the boots. Learn the new piece of music. Now I need to investigate. Oop, there's a note over here. Do not touch the data well. Do not meddle in the affairs of the angry earth. Did we unlock that fast travel? Yes, we did. Well, I will go ding-a-ling-a-ling on the map. Thanks, Anonymous. Gifting some more subs. Appreciate it. What are these things? Oh, we're just supposed to burst them? I guess run over the top of them. Okay. A canary miner. One more of those. Oh, the gear sets are awesome. I love the fact that we have, like, cosmetic gear sets. We need to cut down corrupted tendrils. What the hell are corrupted tendrils? Are they inside the cave? Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh, so you have to, like, get right on top of them to destroy those. Alright, I don't know what the tendrils are. Looks like they're further this way, maybe. Oh, there's one. That's a horrible death animation. Oh. Oh, there's a miner. How do I find more of those tendrils? I've only seen the one so far. Outside, very tall, large, and red. Oh, there's one. Man, they got a reach on them too, don't they? I need one more. Oh, I'm caught on something. Corruption entity. It's just so dark right now, I can't see anything. Other players killing them too fast? Oh, that's probably legitimately a thing. Yeah, I think there was one that just got killed right there. So I probably just need to hang out near these bush things and they will eventually spawn. Probably. Oh yeah, one just spawned. Ah! Alright, return to see if my actions have unblocked the fountain. I think when I do fresh start for the launch of this, I'm probably going to do a musketeer. The cosmetic armor looks way too cool, and I love the idea of like role-playing as a literal musketeer who got stranded here on the island. I think that's a really cool concept. I did the Ranger this time around because this is the one weapon I had never done in New World. Like previously I've done Ice Gauntlet and Rapier, Musket and Rapier, Sword and Shield, and I enjoyed all of them, but I'd never done the Hunter, the bow before.
The Earth's secret ways, once again, overcoming all. But your support will not be forgotten.
It's not really that it went back into beta per se. It's that this is the console version of the game that they're testing, but it's also the new version that's the PC version is converting to on the 15th of October. So it's just an extremely more polished version of the game with new cutscenes, new archetypes, new starter tutorial, new storyline, woven into the existing storyline. Because it technically didn't go back into anything, because it's still live.
We are grateful for your role in restoring the fountain. But you should know that the angry Earth is capable of defending itself against corruption.
Because New World is still live right now. Like, the PC version of the game is still going. Coinciding with this. They're just beta testing the new version of the game, which is launching simultaneously on consoles on October 15th.
Our secrets belong to us.
So it's kind of
alone.
like when Final
But we
Fantasy
have been known
XIV
to
launched
offer
and it
some boons to
did its
those who
thing for a
prove to
couple of
be our
years, and then they
loyal
came
allies.
back and they did Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. And when they went through the Realm Reborn, it was PC and console. I don't know that it came out of console at the same time, but it was PC and then it went to consoles. But it was all more live than conquered.
You have done your part.
True
so
enough.
We'll hear what you came here to say. But I warn you, I have no sympathy for the plight of humans in the battle against corruption. It is not our fight.
I need a seed of Angry Earth.
Do you even realize how much
I
you
will
ask?
admit that, yes.
How much
Amazon
your
has
kind
not...
already
There is a
taken?
blog post. I read
The
it 2
angry
days
Earth will
ago.
want to know the truth. Do you plan to use this seed to fight
Amazon does have a
corruption?
blog post up that explains what this is perfectly. I have not seen that blog post promoted anywhere other than their main social medias. Like, I've not seen that post reported on by any media outlet. I've not seen that post reported on by any bloggers, any content creators. It's like some people are either just woefully ignoring that post, but also Amazon hasn't done a great job of promoting that post out to everybody, because it does explain exactly what Aeternum is. And it's perfectly laid out. It's really crystal clear. But it's a blog post on their website that has not been promoted very much. And I don't know if they're waiting to promote it or whatnot. But yes, their messaging has been difficult to understand unless you go straight to the website and look up the blog post, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. Because if you're just some random person on the internet and you're like, New World, Aeternum, what is this? New World, didn't that launch like 3 years ago? What the fuck is Aeternum? And if you believe the bullshit on the internet, then the rage bait, then it's all about how the game is failing and this is a desperate cash grab, and they're trying to sucker new people in on the console, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. It's literally just them launching a console version that is into... It is bullshit, Ace Man, and if you're gonna try to come on here and say that Amazon Game Studios sucks and everything else, you might as well just leave, because I don't permit that kind of stuff. We don't do that here. We don't rant against game studios. We're here to play games for fun. It's okay to critique their messaging, but we're not gonna sit here and be like, it's total bullshit. Amazon Game Studios betrayed their player base and they didn't do any content. All right, you're saying you love the game? Cool, perfect. We had some people who tried to be a little trolly yesterday. Drusilla says, okay, there it is. The studio lied constantly to PC players. You have now been hidden from the channel because we don't do that shit here. We don't do that. We don't participate. Bethesda lied. EA Games lied. Amazon Games lied. No, they don't lie. If they lied, they would be in lawsuits for false advertising. You misunderstood what was said, or the messaging wasn't very clear. That is a legitimate concern that the messaging might not be clear. But anybody who just comes out and says, they lied, that shit, get out of here. Get out of here with that. People who claim they lied. No, they didn't. If they lied, they would be in court for false advertising and fraud. Do you guys not understand how this works? I swear the ignorance is strong with the crowd today, everybody. Maybe it's just New World
You
bringing
are
out
honest, aren't you?
bringing out the
Good.
trolls.
We loathe deceit. Perhaps on that account I will make your request. But tell me,
We're gonna
do
see
you
how
know
many
why
trolls come out of the
humans
woodwork
fall
when we
to
start playing
corruption,
Shattered
but
Space.
the angry earth does not.
Correct, Drusilla. Lie is just a charged word that people use nowadays because something didn't meet their expectations. Or when they completely don't understand something that's being said and they misinterpret it and they don't want to accept that they didn't actually understand what was being said. Lie is a great way to say that it's like a knee-jerk, not me, I'm not the fault, I'm not the one to blame. Come on. Like,
Because corruption.
when Shattered Space comes, I know the Starfield trolls are going to come out of the woodwork here in a couple of weeks because
Angry earth
they hated
has
me
no
being happy
ego,
about Star Wars
and that is
Outlaws.
how
They
it
hated
offers
me being happy about
protection.
my first Starfield playthrough.
Try
They've
this
been really
tincture
upset
recipe.
about me
I believe it
promoting
will
this
help you.
and giving it positive content, positive reviews. It's gonna happen again. Just wait. A couple weeks. Getting those angry anti-Bethesda peeps coming out of the woodwork. Exactly, Van Zen. A lot of the issue stems from the people who create rage bait articles on the internet, and then they have this audience that literally can't think for themselves, and they just mimic whatever talking points they've seen on the rage bait clickbait titles, which was like yesterday's video I did. It literally, the title of the video is New World Aeternum is a cash grab. That was yesterday's video in the morning. I don't think it's a cash grab, but the video title says that because there's a lot of people talking about it. And then we go on to discuss the fallacy of that argument. I love playing with the trolls' emotions. Ooh, that is a nice... It's going to look like shit, though. I'm going to have to transmog this. No, it looks all ratty. No. Oh, you've ruined my transmog. Well, we're going to have to go back to town soon and transmog again. Oh, I had a bunch of people with that title, Drusilla. For sure. That's why I did it. You know, some people came to that video like already triggered and salivating and ready to like, yeah, let's go shit all over Amazon. Fuck yeah. And then they got in here and I'm all talking positive about Amazon and how people are just being silly about wanting freebies. I love it. I love my job. Yeah, especially because people who have been around for a while know that I don't do rage bait content on my channel. So that, you know, if you're a viewer, you're like looking at that title going, wait a second, what? Something's up. What's he doing? Man, that reminds me of when Starfield first came out. That was the first. Starfield was the first game I ever played live, or any period. First game I'd ever done on my channel, where I had people like coming into the live streams and like screaming to the heavens. How it was impossible that I was enjoying the game, Bethesda is like this. It was like some of these people honestly are like they were acting like Bethesda had like stolen their firstborn child and sacrificed it. You know, like the manner in which they were seriously upset because Bethesda lied about blah 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 blah, and every single instance they tried to pull was them misinterpreting a press article or interview with Todd Howard, where they just totally, and we've talked about this in other places, people who build up hype in their own minds and they get so hyped up about something that they make up their own version of what the press release actually says, and they instead think that it's like there was a whole bunch of people who for some odd reason thought that Starfield was going to be elite dangerous in space, or that it was going to be Star Citizen, that it was going to be some sort of flight sim. And when it came out and it wasn't a flight sim, they were all screaming and angry, and Bethesda lied. They said this, and it's like, no, they didn't. They never said that. All they ever said was that we have space combat and shipbuilding. Like, go back and read the press releases and watch the preview videos and everything else they did. Not once did they ever say that they were building a space sim, a flight sim. And it's the same thing here. The moment, you know, that guy sitting here in chat earlier, Amazon Games lied. I've seen that comment pop up about 15, 20 times over the last 72 hours, by the way. Those people immediately get hidden from the channel. Not my audience. Don't want you here. Skyrim is awesome, Derek. Skyrim is a great game. And that's why I love Starfield, because it's like Skyrim in space. It's like Fallout in space. It's like Oblivion in space. It's a Bethesda game in space. What's hard to understand about that? They never said they were building a space sim. Ignorant people on the internet. Use Adiana's mortar and pestle to create a corruption tincture. Ooh, somebody's mining something near here. Oh, hello. That's who's mining something. Wizard Party says a lot of haters out there. WoW and New World. I honestly don't get any WoW. I really don't get any WoW haters. It's been very interesting to me because I do post quite a bit of World of Warcraft because we play on Wednesdays and Saturday nights with the guild. There are the random people who will come out of the woodwork and rant about something about World of Warcraft, but honestly, surprisingly enough, I have not gotten that much ranting and hate for World of Warcraft. The worst games by far have been... Starfield was pretty bad the first playthrough. The second playthrough, we had already gotten rid of all the trolls, so the second playthrough was pretty clean, and it was mostly just people who were here to enjoy Starfield. Star Wars Outlaws was pretty bad. Star Wars Outlaws was pretty gnarly the first, like, 72 hours of streaming, because there was a bunch of people. I had to get rid of a whole bunch of people who were just, you know, coming in here ranting about the fact that it's a female character, it's a black, you know, it's DEI this, woke that, blah, blah, blah. No, bye. This game has gotten some people who are just upset about Amazon for whatever. The next one is going to be Dragon Age the Veilguard. I already know for a fact because I've had 50, 60 people now. I've had to just get rid of them because they come on and rant about. I think one of the one of the leads on Dragon Age may or may not be someone who has transitioned. I think, and that triggers a whole group of people who can't handle that. And so there's been a whole bunch of like people who are ranting about the developers and the people working on Dragon Age the Veilguard, and then there's a whole group of other people who like can't accept the fact that Dragon Age moved on without them, and so they're stuck on Origins was the best, and anything since Origins has been absolute shit. But the worst offenders are the ones who come out of the woodwork and try to yell about DEI, woke, whatever, and it's like, I don't want you here. No, we're not doing that. We're not debating that. If you can't handle other people living their lives the way they want to live their lives, you just need to, whatever. The messaging! There ain't no messaging in video games, man. Just play the game. Like, we're not here to debate politics. We're not here to debate, you know, you want to rant about something? Like, rant about the wars that are going on around the world. Rant about, you know, not on my channel, obviously, but go rant somewhere else. Like, if you're going to rant about something in your life and you're going to be upset about something, don't be upset about a video game, guys. Like, go be upset at real-world shit that's taking place, whether it's where you live or somewhere abroad. Your tax dollars being used for things that are horrifically atrocious. Like, there are legitimate things you could be upset
There
about.
now.
And
That will
instead you're
afford
like,
you
no,
some
there's a
protection,
female
whether or not
character
your
who's a
request for the
lead in a
suit is
Star Wars
granted.
game.
I
No!
communed with the elements while you were away, but they have not yet given an answer.
Space Simmer, no, Sister Chilla, Starfield has the best ship build I've ever seen. It's a lot of fun. The shipbuilding is a lot of fun. I like the Lego aspect of it. Like, you can pull bits and pieces out and like be like, I got this ship that I hijacked. I'm going to take it back to base, and I'm going to pull the engines off and stick some storage containers on it and strip those off the back and put some new engines on and give it a bigger, you know, computer bay or a lab room or something. I really like Starfield.
Your sincerity has impressed me. That is the only reason we are still speaking. But I think it will take more than sincerity to earn the trust
Welcome
of
to the
the
rant
angry
stream this
earth.
morning, everybody.
The Ebon brought
Honestly,
caverns
whenever
nearby
I do this,
overrun
the
with
YouTube
corrupted.
usually the algorithm will
While they
track
may
it and say
pose no
that it's
direct
not able
threat
to
to
be
the angry
monetized
earth,
because of
they
sensitive
are a
topics.
scourge on the land. You alone could not hope to achieve that. No. Destroy as many as you can, and see if you can discover the source of this most recent incursion. I suspect they are looking for something.
Is that a blue bow? That is a blue bow. Tasty. One of the this will be somewhat unrelated. One of the funniest things I've seen in recent times. So there's a guy on TikTok who does like homesteading content, Nate Petrowski. I always forget how to pronounce his last name. He's got a long red beard, scraggly hair. He's been homesteading for a few years. He's got a pretty big following. He had an instance over 4th of July where he lives out in the middle of nowhere. And it was 4th of July. There was an emergency that cropped up with one of his cats. Her eye swole up. And, you know, there's no emergency vets available. He's 3 hours away from the nearest town, not in a position to be able to go do anything about it. So he, you know, gets a hold of some vet techs and vet people on the phone, sets up a live stream so that they can watch the animal, and then basically just does his best to medicate her and make her comfortable. He, you know, which was the right thing to do because you don't want to stress an animal when they're like that. You need to, you know, if you can't get to a vet within 15, 20 minutes, you know, you just need to wait. There's nothing you could do on 4th of July weekend. And a bunch of angry white girls on the internet took that and ran with it over the 4th of July weekend about how he was an animal abuser because he didn't rush the animal to the vet. And then they spun out this whole story about how he was torturing the animal and he should have euthanized the cat and all that. By the way, the cat is in perfect shape and health today. And this whole thing spun out of these people attacking him on social media. And it was a bunch of people who weren't even vets. They're like just people on TikTok who have animals. And one of the girls in particular who was criticizing him has been like rescuing animals for like the past few years on TikTok. And basically every animal she rescues dies and ends up euthanized because she's just got, it's how she makes a living. She's literally rescuing animals to show it off. Like, look at me, I'm rescuing animals, but the animals never survive. And then there was another, anyway, some of the people apologized to him after the cat got better, but some of them didn't. But the whole thing that drove me nuts about that situation was like, I'm in I'm in the middle of nowhere technically. Like Chris and I live in a small town where our homestead is. There are 2 vets here. Neither one of them have a serious surgery bay in their location. They'll do spaying and neutering, but anything that's beyond that, you have to go to the city, which is 3 hours away. When our vet, who is taking care of all of our animals, all of our cats for us, her dog was playing and ran into a cactus plant and got a spine in his eye. She took her vet, like she's the vet, the head vet here. She had to take her animal to the city to get an emergency surgery because they can't do anything with it here, which is 3 hours away. So if you're thinking about that on like a holiday weekend when none of the vets are in the office because they're out celebrating with their families, and you have an emergency thing happen like that, there is no solution. Like, you're just going to have to figure it out until you can get exactly. Vincent, you live close to a big city, and I wouldn't be able to find anywhere at Christmas night at 2 a.m. So I've been in the same scenario. When Dora, the mama cat, this has been about a year ago, she came home. We hadn't seen her in like 3 days, and she showed up, and she was missing. It was not cool. She had surgery. She only has her pinky toe and her thumb now. Like, she lost these 3 toes. She came home, and her foot was just completely mangled. She showed up at our home at like 6 o'clock in the morning. The vet doesn't open until 10 o'clock. So I had to just literally, what we did was we iodined it, we disinfected it, we cleaned it up as best we could. We gave her some pain med drops that we have, and we put her in a cage, and we just waited. That's all we could do, was wait until the vet opened to then take the animal in. And we don't know how long she had been suffering in the woods with that wound. But literally nothing I can do. Like, I have to wait for the vet to get to work. And even if we had a vehicle to drive the 3 hours to town, you're still waiting 3 hours to get the animal. And the problem with driving 3 hours like that is animals get stressed. And cats are the worst when it comes to when they are stressed. It worsens everything they have because that's just how cats are. Like, there's a reason why if you do cats on planes, you're supposed to give them medication to help them relax and sleep. And I also benefit from having grown up on a farm, so I've doctored animals my whole life. My sister-in-law was a vet for years, and they own a cattle ranch, and so, you know, I've been living it for many, many years. But it's what's very frustrating is all the angry people on the internet who will come out and attack you in droves because of reasons. It's not just only in gaming. It's also ignorant people everywhere is what it comes down to. Happy rant. Stanley says, first time chatting here, but I've been following your content for a while now. I like how you your streams. You even have me trying games I don't know I'd like. Never change. I don't plan on it, sir. Ah, leave me alone. It is absolutely sheep mentality. The internet, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Careful sketches of the rocks with crude doodles. Oh, you missed. I think I got an ad from behind. That got a little intense there for a minute. Oh, defeat the armor. Ah! Weapons pile. Oh. Hang on, there was a chest up here. Let's get the feasting hall. Provisioner's crate. I'm running it on the 4K resolution too, which is like the max resolution or like the max quality. Because there's various there's like 3 or 4 different graphics settings you can test out, like performance mode up to quality mode, and then they have the 4K mode. So I've been running it in 4K mode. I have seen a tiny little bit of frame drops in towns. I would say it's probably getting close to 30 frames when you're in towns, but everywhere else I feel like it's getting at least 40 plus. I need to get into the cave, but there's so many mobs.
This island throngs with such sources of power. I will find them all to fortify our cause. The cause of humanity.
Uh-oh, what is this thing right here? Oh no! I'm guessing we need to destroy the tendrils first. Woo! Free the Dryad. And escape the cavern. Run away! Yeah, I don't think it's bad at all for 4K. I've been genuinely pleased so far by everything I've seen.
But you have seen the truth and the vision.
I'm really tempted to just buy this for the PS5 and play on the PS5, but I already own the base game, so it's like all I need to do is upgrade to the expansion for like $30 and then it becomes Aeternum on the 15th. So I think that's probably what I'll do since I already own it. And I like playing on the Xbox controller more, so since I already have my Xbox controller set up to play on the PC, that's probably going to be the easiest solution for me. Yeah, run my stream, says Stanley. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I understood even what you said there. I understood the gist, even if there was a typo. I think the easiest way is to think about it is I'm okay with people critiquing and criticizing. You can be negative about something all you want, but what I won't tolerate is people who just say things like, this game is trash, this game is woke, this game is garbage, this company lied. Like, those kind of things, no. No. You want to have an honest discourse about something? We can have an honest discourse, but ranty little rage bait stuff. Like yesterday, we had a guy come in and I called him out on it in the middle. He literally came in and said, this game's never going to launch in October in the state that it's in. And everybody who was in the stream at the time has been playing the game over the weekend, and everyone piled on the guy. Like, what are you talking about? The game isn't going to be ready. It's already ready. Have you not been seeing the same game that we're all playing? No bugs, no crashes. It's flawless gameplay, streamlined, polished. Like, what do you mean it's not going to be ready in October? Like, that kind of trolly behavior. It's like, if you're going to come in here and make a statement like that, back it up with proof. And he got called out for it, and he was like, well, I'm not a troll. It's not going to launch. Look at it. It's just no, show us what you mean. And he couldn't do it, and he left.
My companion
They're
has
literally
told
just
me all that
mirroring
transpired
rage
in the
bait
cavern.
articles on YouTube they've seen where
Not
someone
even
said,
I knew of the shrine
"Game's
the
not ready.
angry
Game's
Yev
back in
harbored
beta.
there.
It's gonna fail."
That they have succeeded in corrupting it is troubling beyond measure.
You said you had defenses.
I prefer to believe this an anomaly, but precautions must be taken. I must visit the
We have a
Mother
similar
Realm and
rule in
commune
our
with the primal spirits there.
Discord for our gaming community. Because we do play World of Warcraft. We also play other stuff. We played Enshrouded this year together. We're going to play Dune Awakening together next year. And we have a policy in our guild's community Discord that you're not allowed to shit on a game company just because of something. Like, because we had some people, at one point in time, we had branched off where we were doing a little bit of EverQuest 2. We got some people invited in to the EverQuest 2 community chapter who were not playing World of Warcraft, and they had strong feelings about Blizzard and World of Warcraft, and tried to cause a little bit of like, oh, Blizzard sucks because of this, that, and the reason. They betrayed us when they did Legion, and I immediately nipped that in the bud. It was like, that shit is not allowed here. In my personal Discord server, I've booted people because they come in and they want to say something like Bethesda lied. The other one is like EA. I'm never going to buy a product that EA touches because every game that EA does is a microtransaction-laden piece of bullshit. I just can't support that company. I guarantee you that you have played more EA games than you think you've played because EA publishes thousands of games. Some of their biggest hitters have microtransactions. The vast majority of what EA produces does not include microtransactions. They are single-player little titles, little indie titles, 3 to 4 hour games, 6 hour games. EA publishes a lot of games through all of their various developers. Squadrons is a great example. I played that game twice. The campaign is awesome. I played it on the PC when it came out, and then I played it again on the Xbox Series X. Love Squadrons. EA publishes a lot of games that have no microtransactions, and when someone makes an ignorant statement like that and they claim that EA is the devil because every game they make is full of microtransactions, it's like, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're literally spewing nonsense, like uneducated nonsense out of your lips. It's okay to not like a game that's monetized a certain way, but you can't make a claim that a company only does that one type of game when they clearly publish hundreds of other titles that aren't. So that kind of stuff,
Return to your instructor.
I don't want to
Convey
hear.
to
I
him
just want to
that
have
our
fun and play
gift
games together
and
with
the
people.
reprieve
So
that comes with it
we're here to focus on the
is
fun
not
factor.
without condition. Should your kind
Felton
abuse
says, "Good
it,
morning,
we
Renfail.
will visit our rants
I have this on my
upon
PC,
you.
but I'm tempted to land a PlayStation. I'm in between. I am too, to be honest with you. I still don't know what I'm going to do.
It
I
grants
don't
what
mind
your
spending
kind
the extra
lacks,
$30 to
a
get the
connection
PS5
to the
version,
earth
to be honest with
itself.
you.
You have what you came for, so be grateful. This will strengthen your soul against the evil that seeks to claim it. Now be gone, human.
Be gone. All right, we got a new bow. It's not as good as my current bow? Really? Oh, but it has a socket. Hatchet. I don't have any socket. I don't have any whatever goes in the sockets, do I? Is this crossplay? Yes. Aeternum is crossplay. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, all together in one place. You can even see, I think, over people's heads. No, it's not in heads. Over here in the chat. It's blocked by my big fat face. Over here, you can see what platform people are playing on when they chat or do an emote. It shows what platform they're playing on. This is completely crossplay. The only thing it's not is cross progression. Like, you can't, if you own the PC version and you also own the PlayStation version and you also own the Xbox version, those are 3 different versions of the game. So 3 different accounts. They can all play the same game on the same server, but you cannot save your progression across the versions, if that makes sense. So cross-play, yes. Cross-progression, no. Right here. PlayStation icon right there. Xbox icon. Well, actually, that's the PC. That's the PC option. So that's the PC icon, and then up higher was the Xbox icon, and then a PlayStation icon. So you can see everybody's playing together on the same server. So fully cross-play. Return to Yonas. Who is where? I've got to fast travel. Why can I not fast travel from here? Oh, that's because I'm right here and I need to go all the way down here. I'm herping and derping. Why can I not fast travel at the moment? You can only fast travel when a sediment outpost or spirit shrine. Oh. So I can't just do it from anywhere. And I need to transmog my outfit so bad. I look like a ragged fisherman.
It is a relief to see you return. Though my heart trembles to harbor hope again, it's too late to turn back. You were able to get a living seed of the angry earth then.
I was. Alright. Took a little convincing.
I'm not surprised. The angry earth are not our allies by any stretch of the imagination, but you seem to have quite a knack for persuasion.
I am a persuasive fellow.
We have but one component of our conduit.
Yeah, this is the staff.
though
I remember
it
the
may
staff
be,
because you had to get it to get into
We
the
must
expedition
now
dungeons
craft
before.
staff that
And
will
the world
contain it.
events.
Through it, you will draw on the power of your own soul to destroy corruption where it stands.
I've only driven it around a little bit. I literally only did the test drive video when it came out. The day it came out, I went and did a test drive video, and I jumped it off a few ramps and was really happy because it had like I was on a snow planet, so it had like a dust cloud of snow following behind me as I spun the tires, and I did a bunch of donuts on the video. I can't wait to actually go drive it. That's gonna be the first thing I do when we get back into Starfield on Friday. Is we're gonna go planet hunting, and I'm gonna find. I've never built an outpost. I got 500 plus hours in that game, never built an outpost. So I wanna actually get into outpost building before we get into Shattered Space. So I might not finish my outpost, but I'm gonna start that journey. And so we're gonna be taking the Rev 8 out, and we're gonna be exploring planets and looking for a place to build. I love the fact that the way they've set it up is it'll be easy to add more vehicles now. Whether they add more vehicles officially or whether they allow the community to add vehicles through mods, through the creator platform. I'm very glad that they added that. And I know there is some speculation for some people that are like, oh, they totally plan to do it from the launch. I don't think they did. I don't think it was something that they held back. I think it was legitimately something where they looked at the feedback and said we really do need to add this, because the reason I say that is because the fact that we don't have a bay on our ships, like a storage bay where that ship gets docked, if the rover had been planned for the ships, we would have had some sort of a docking bay for that on our ships. And instead it just spawns the rover as soon as you land. That's a workaround. That's a compromise, essentially. It's just like, well, great, vehicles, you guys want vehicles? We can make vehicles work. They're not going to work, perfectly lore accurate. You're not going to have like a docking bay in your ship for them, but we'll spawn them outside of your ship when you land. It's a great compromise. I'm okay with that. There's a suspension of disbelief required for that. CC Felton says, how have I been crafting? Not right now, because I've done crafting in the base game. I know how the crafting system works here. I don't mind the crafting system here. I quite enjoy it. It is very grindy. It is very grindy. So Mr. Big Bear 902, thank you so much for the raid over on Twitch. Welcome. Since you're new here, obviously when you raid a channel, when you come in with Twitch, that's so awesome for you to do that. Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow as well. Couple of things for those of you just joining. There is a 10-minute wait limit on Twitch and a 20-minute wait limit on YouTube for newcomers to chat. Don't get discouraged by that. The reason I have that limit in place is because we get a lot of trolls and I get a lot of spam. And so I do have time limits on both platforms. I am multi-streaming. I multi-stream every day. This is my day job, YouTube and Twitch. The day-to-day is over on YouTube. All the game reviews, movie reviews, TV shows, discussion videos, all those things happen on YouTube. Daily streams happen in the mornings and in the afternoons, typically 9 a.m. Central and 6 p.m. Central. What's up, Brett? Anyway, thanks for the follows, everybody. Thanks for the raid. You guys are all new. Stick around. You can chat here in about 10 minutes on Twitch. I know it discourages some people when they join for the first time because they want to chat right away, but I don't have a moderator. It's just me. It's a one-man show here, and I don't have a mod team, so to cut down on the spam, I do have time limits in place.
Relationship between Azoth and the soul.
Because otherwise, every single person who joins the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat is trying to sell me something, or they're spamming corn or something.
When focused through an Azoth staff, it can perform many wonders.
I remember the Azoth staff from when the game launched.
We will start with the half.
So this essentially, this beta gets you through the main storyline up until the point where you get your staff, and you would normally go off and do
the only way
the expedition
is to find
dungeons.
one of the halves we hid away as the days darkened. The ancient ruins of Canis contain such a cache.
Who were the ancients?
I fear that is a question.
Exactly,
none
Felton.
dreaming to answer.
Protects our community, protects my
The
peace, protects
ancients
my
disappeared
space.
thousands of years ago. We simply use the ruins to find sanctuary from the corrupted. In some cases, it
Yes,
worked.
the original staff quest
Let
was a
us
pain
hope
in the ass.
Canis is
And
rebuilt.
those dungeons at launch were no joke. I'm pretty sure I have a video up from the launch on YouTube when we went. I think we went in with our gaming community when this game launched. I think there was about 12 or 15 of us that went and played New World. And that first dungeon, I remember the boss had like a shield, and you were running around that platform. I remember it took us 6 or 8 tries to get that boss down at the end of that first dungeon. I do like the fact that they have solo trials now, though. Because now you can single player this game like you could all the other MMOs, and you can just group up if you want to, but otherwise you can do it on your own. It's been this Aeternum project has been very, very enjoyable from what I've seen so far. Oh yeah, the rifts. Which, by the way, we ran by a rift earlier, and you can't participate unless you have your Azoth staff, Part 1. I think that's what I'm going to do, Dave Fulton. Hamish. over on YouTube said, I have New World on PC. I might give it a go again when this update launches next month. I think that's what I'm going to do as well. The plan was to do Starship Troopers right after the Diablo 4 DLC, but I think I would have more fun doing this. I do have to update my PC version because I haven't played the expansion, so I only own the base game. So I think we're going to update, and what we're going to do is we're going to do Starfield, Shattered Space, and then we're going to go into Diablo 4, and then we're going to go into New World Aeternum, and then we're going to go into Black Ops 6 campaign, and then we're going to go into Dragon Age the Veilguard. So the next like 6 weeks, it's just going to be boom, 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 boom. And then November, Jesus, it's going to be a good run. Because immediately after that is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on December 9th. Oh no, hang on. We're ahead of myself. November. As soon as we wrap up Dragon Age Veilguard, we go into Stalker 2. There's also Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I was talking about this the other day. If Dragon Age the Veilguard turns into a 100-hour playthrough and it's not a 50 or 60-hour playthrough, I'll end up playing Dragon Age the Veilguard throughout the entire month of November, and I'll just skip Assassin's Creed Shadows and probably just do Stalker 2 a little bit. Then we have Indiana Jones on the 9th of December. I'm going to do Alien Rogue Incursion on the 19th of December. Dude, there's so many good games coming out. It's a feast. It's a glut of games, my friends. Ain't no time for rage bait. There is only time to play games and have fun. Oh, I forgot they do the triple. Oh, where am I teleporting to? Oh, Chris is yelling at some of the cats. I don't know who got busted. By the way, for those of you who weren't here this morning for the No Man's Sky stream, on Sunday mornings I do No Man's Sky at 5 a.m. Central. It's a once a week stream we do. But also we launched today, Chris and I launched on our Homestead channel our brand new experiment live stream, which is we set up a camera phone deal in the backyard in the catio. And so we're starting those at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, and those are going to run for about 4 hours every morning, like 4:30 to 8:30. So I get up at 4. I'm going to go outside. I open up the back door. I let all the cats out into the catio, turn the camera on. You guys can watch the cats, hang out in the catio. Then it's all the backyard chickens, so you can listen to the crickets and the cicadas and the chickens and the cats and watch all that for those of you who want to wake up with coffee and have something to see. And then Chris and I are in and out doing chores. I'm out there at 4:30 in the morning. Chris usually comes out about 6:30. So if you want to watch that, there's a link in the Discord. I didn't promote it out across major social media yet because today was the first kind of experiment version. But we're going to start doing that on the Homestead channel since we're actively working on growing that for next year. We also have the office revamp happening here starting in October. We're going to be documenting that entire process over on that channel. Which is going to be moving this office into what's been our storage room in the other part of the house. That's going to get revamped. So if you're new here, there's lots of stuff that goes on. That's just all you need to know. Stick around. You'll be entertained. Leap into the unknown. Yeah! What? You can crawl forward. L1 plus... Holy shit, I did not know you could get down and crawl. What's the purpose of crawl? Can you, like, do better aiming when you're crawling or something? No, it pops you back up. Hang on. So there's, like, a sneak version? Yeah, but what's the crawl purpose? Benson says, that sounds fun. Drink my coffee. We did end on breakfast. I think Brett was there earlier today. He was there at the end of it as well. We ended that stream this morning. I finished my No Man's Sky stream, went outside. Chris was drinking coffee with cookies and the cats. And then then we had breakfast and finished that stream this morning after we ate breakfast. That's probably how we'll do it most days. You crawl. The crawl was used a lot for PvP. Oh, I don't play PvP, so that's probably why. I wasn't aware of it. Hamish says to evade stuff. Brett says there's a mission later where you have to crawl through a small opening. It also hides your name during PvP. Oh, I bet it's this mission right here, because there's a chest there. And the laser beams that probably cut me in half. That's an interesting mechanic. Oh, right here. This is where you're going to have to crawl. Well, that's kind of cool for an exploration technique. Oh, that hurt. Ouch. So those are flashing. No! I almost... So they blink before they turn on. Okay. Alright, jump. Ancient Soul Warden Cache. Or Cache, depending on how if you want to be bourgeois with your pronunciation. All right. That's going to hurt. Ah! One thing I will say I like about the fast travel with the mount here is, we were talking about this yesterday. When I hit the road, my horse is going to start traveling faster. I think that's a brilliant game mechanic that Enshrouded uses as well. Like, you fast travel on the roads quicker. And also, your stamina goes down a lot slower on the roads. You can travel for longer distances. That's a cool little mechanic in the background.
Well now, it's been an age since I laid eyes on one of these. It brings back many memories. Not all of them painful either. For the next component of the Azoth staff, you must acquire one of our consecrated crosspieces.
Okay.
It will be tricky, however, as there are certainly none of these just lying about in an old chest.
I feel like this part of the storyline is largely the same as what I remember from the launch version of the game. I don't know if they've changed any of this. Well, I do know they have well, I should back that up a minute. I don't remember having to crawl on my belly through a trap-filled pyramid, but I do remember doing this quest line. So it feels like maybe they've just polished this up a bit and added some more puzzle components to it.
Yes, you may need to be resourceful.
It's going great, Canticle.
To the west, you will find the ancient structure that houses the forge. It was used by the Soul Warden Order even before my time. So, you may still find materials scattered throughout. Mind you, tread lightly, young one. Such places belong to the past. And the past has a habit of fighting back on
By the way, if we see a plane crash on this island, I'm just saying, it Lost could exist in the same universe as this game. It's the island, man. Go away! Leave me alone! I didn't see if that was a bear or a wolf. Oh no, that's a wall of rock. No, I'm gonna get eaten by a bear. Yeah, the smoke monster. Dude, I would love it. That would be an awesome twist. That would be legit. Access the forge. I also don't remember this much platforming in the base game. Oh, can I not get past that door? Did it just open? Something just happened. It did just open. Get me up there before it closes! No! How did it open, though? Ah! Oh no, what's he gonna do? No, you don't get to chop shit up and try to recuperate your health. Was that part of the expansion though, Drusilla? Because I never played the expansion, so I wonder if they added the platforming. If that's the expansion, it sounds to me like maybe they added it and it was fun, and so they decided to bring it to more parts of the game. By the way, this is one of those things I was wanting to talk about to people. We were speaking the other day on the mixture of like sci-fi and fantasy. So we have like this locked in time exploding pillar. There's some really good story here from what I remember. Blueberries. Shattered obelisk. I'm gonna go get this fast travel before we go back to Yonas. The objective is to get to 25, guys. We're getting close. We're about 2/3 of the way through level 23, because 25 is the max level for the beta. The desert region was a free DLC or a free expansion area, and then Angry Earth was a paid expansion. Okay.
I see you managed it after all. A fine crosspiece. Almost as fine as Forge Master Ezra once made. Did you have any trouble?
Yes! Ezra tried to eat me.
Ezra? It stands to reason that he would remain at his forge even after the light left him. He never did let it go cold. I am sure he would be pleased with your work. I fear there is little time to prepare you for what approaches. While you were away, I met a traveler who spoke of corrupted coming down from the north.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense if that was the
suspect they
case,
are
Drusilla.
driven on by the same
Extra
vice
dev
that
time.
plagued your mind. I do not know. The traveler said the corrupted rally around something called the Tempest. A
Tempest.
being they worship like a god. If this is the same being that haunts you, I fear your soul may be in great peril.
Well, it doesn't change our course.
No. Other than maybe to give us a greater sense of urgency. But this is a momentous occasion. You are ready to forge your Azoth staff, and the Soul Wardens will soon be born anew.
Hell yeah, brother!
I cannot go. You must do this alone. It will require the sacrifice of part of your soul. Place the pieces of the staff on the...
Oh no! You bastard! That is something I would love it if they could quality of life that. That's not a bug. That is something I would critique as a quality of life improvement, would be to not let enemy NPCs do damage to you when you're in the middle of a conversation cutscene. Because it pulls you out and you have to redo everything. Granted, we could skip through it,
I fear that is
but it's kind of annoying. Like, that's a legit... See?
While
I
you
complain
were
about
away,
things,
I
but it's
met
how
a
you complain
traveler
about them.
I do not... If this is the same no. But
Because if it was somebody
is
else,
a
they'd be like, this
momentous
game is
occasion.
trash!
You
This feature's
are
bullshit!
ready
It's
to forge your
garbage!
Azoth staff, and the Soul Wardens will soon... I cannot go. Place the pieces of the staff on the
Near the
ancient
shattered
altar
obelisk.
near the shattered obelisk. Then brace yourself.
Okay. I do love being able to summon your horse while you're already running. That's pretty cool. Like... And the rapid dismount is just like, bloop! The mounting dismounting works very well. Thanks for the follow, 3 Everest. Also, Jason Ossel on Twitch and YouTube, respectively. I would also love an auto fire feature, like if I just held the trigger down and it just kept firing, that would be nice. Rather than having to manually click for every weapon fire would be nice. But that's just little nitpicks. That's very true. Over on YouTube, Brett just said, every game now is either garbage that only an idiot would play, or it's game of the year. There's no in between. People have lost all nuance. It's very true. By the way, without spoiling anything, Drusilla, since you seem to be the resident expert playing during our stream right now, do they ever give us any, through the expansion and otherwise, do we ever get a better sense of who the Ancients were or are? Because that was something that was, I don't remember that ever being, like, really ever laid out in the base game. But this has been 3 years since I've played. I don't need to know. I just want to know that when I go through Aeternum here in a month, am I going to find out more about the Ancients? I would like to find out more about the Ancients. Anybody else who knows, feel free to answer, by the way, as well.
Look at you, still as fresh as a newborn babe. Most aspiring soul wardens return looking at least a little pale. You must have extra soul to spare.
Okay, so there's a lot more about them when you get to the desert region. Okay. All right. Well, based on what I've seen so far, I can only make an estimation. But let me only complete this quest and then I'll finish my train of thought.
To give our predicament some thought. While we now possess an Azoth staff, it is but a beginning, and even armed with such an implement, we too are no bulwark against corruption.
We need to rally others.
I think so. Go back to Oxborough. Shout from the rooftops. Bang pots and pans if you must. Rally their men and women at arms to meet the armies coming their way. You hold their only hope for salvation.
What will you do?
I must make preparations. The hardest part of becoming a soul warden is still ahead, my young friend. Rally the city against the corrupted in the north, and then meet me in the southern ruins. Then you can become a true soul warden. If
I don't know what this icon
still
is
wish
either.
it.
That thing keeps popping up. It's like a book icon or something. Level 24. And I believe we got an equipable. Oh gosh darn it. Alright. I don't need that for anything. I'm not gonna worry about the man, I don't know about the bow. Definitely equip the ring. Equip the breastplate. Oh no, hang on. Nope, I don't want those boots. I can't frightfully see what this new robe looks like. God, look at the way that obelisk looks at night, though. That is freaking awesome. Is there a photo mode in this game? Probably not. Where did they put the staff? I remember the staff being like something that you had to equip. Tools. Equip. There it goes. Oh my goodness, y'all. Jason Elsis over on YouTube says, just popped in. Gotta say, as someone who's 64, seeing a guy like you, similar age, to do what you do is just awesome. Love the vibes of your channel. Rock on. Great vibes. Thank you. Although, I'm not quite 65. I'll be 45 in January. Not quite my 60s yet. Getting there. Alright, I guess we can travel back to town at this point. And go help defeat things. Yeah, you're good, man. It's all good. Makes me chuckle. It's the white and the beard, man. Dismiss. It's really bad when I have my when I had my Gandalf beard a couple of years ago, I let my beard go for like 2 years. It got all the way down to like my belly button. And there was a lot of shit given to me by my in-laws, my wife's family. And everybody, like, I would wander around Mexico City, and I would get everybody would yell Santa Claus at me. And I'm not a big guy, but just the beard, everything was just Santa Claus. And then when I first moved here, I still had that beard when we moved out here to the countryside to the homestead. And it was like I was the local, like, creature of, like the old circus freaks, like people just were like, because nobody wears beards here. And I had it was a long beard, and it was all whited out, and but I'm not allowed to go unshaven, or shaven, I should say. I'm not allowed to like shave the beard off. Chris has made it emphatic that
At last!
nobody wants the double
Someone in
chin
this
that exists under
city I
here.
can have a decent conversation with. Come on over. Have a minute with your friend Grace.
I have been a metalhead in the
I've been
past.
poking around town, collecting gossip from all these fine lords and ladies.
Right now, I'm a
I
Grace
might
O'Malley
stay a
fan,
while.
is what I am.
There's a lot of coin changing hands around here. Let me tell you. This town is much older than it looks. Believe it or not, it was the bleeding Roman legions that first made it into a proper village. But it soon became a trading hub for all sorts. The crossroads of Aeternum. And so it was. People coming from all over to buy and sell, and the gold in the town's coffers piled up. The trade barons ran the place for profit. No kings, no queens, and no messing. Each of the town's factions had its own enforcers, and for a while that seemed to work. But it was only a matter of time until vice and greed turned to violence. Fighting broke out in the streets, and the whole town burned down. But coin has a way of fixing things fast. Out of the ashes, the town of Oxborough came to life. The trade barons built it back, bigger, stronger, and more profitable than ever. And word is it's been smooth sailing ever since. Even when the corruption spread across the land centuries ago, Oxborough was still sitting pretty. These days, coins flowing like never before, but the trade barons hoard their wealth from the shadows. It may be tricky, but there's a fortune to be made here, and Grace O'Malley won't be leaving until she gets her share.
I need to know who does Grace O'Malley's voiceover, because her character has been absolutely fire. Do they have her on the IMDb page? There is a credits page over on the New World website for The Angry Earth. Grace O'Malley. Oh, no, there's multiple people that are credited to her. That's weird. It might be Jessica Reagan. Irish actress. I can't confirm that's her, though. Like, the Rise of the Angry Earth credits has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people credited for Grace O'Malley, but there's a lot of male names in there. So I'm thinking that might be just all the people who worked on her. Well, Nettie is someone else. Nettie is Charlene McKenna. Hang on, we're doing some IMDb searching right now, everybody. She's another Irish actress. Show me your IMDb page. I actually don't see that. I don't know that that person doesn't have a IMDb page. Oh, that was her bio. Here we go. Actress. See, I'm not seeing Charlene McKenna does. There it is. Nettie. Okay, I had to open up the whole thing. Nettie. I'm not seeing anything for New World though, so I don't think that's the same actress. I know that Google search has some people saying that it might be the same actress, but the only video game I see her on voice as for Charlene McKenna is Baldur's Gate 3. She was on Peaky Blinders. Ooh. But nothing for nothing for New World. I'm looking up Jessie Regan because she's credited on the website, the New World's website. Interestingly enough, Jessica Regan also has credits for Baldur's Gate 3 as Cashguard Captain Farrell, Dwarf Combat Vocals, Civilian. She was in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Valhalla Wrath of the Druids. I don't see New World on here. The Witcher 3. Yeah, that's where I pulled it up too. NewWorld.com. They had Rise of the Angry Earth credits. And they have a list of names underneath Grace O'Malley's character. I don't know. It's going to drive me nuts now. I was wanting to figure that out. The only credits I can find are the ones on the newworld.com website, and they have like 8 people or whatever listed under that person, under Grace O'Malley's character. Jessica Reagan's the only one I see that has an actual IMDb page, but she's not listed as doing anything for New World. But she is an Irish actress, and she does have video game credits to her name, which makes me wonder... Oh, I didn't think about that. You're probably right. That's probably all the voice actors for the various regions and the various languages. I didn't even think about that because this game does have different dubs. It's got to be that person then. It's got to be Jessica Regan. Okay. Well, she's done a great job. Grace O'Malley's been my favorite character so far.
So now you know what I've been up to. What about you? I see that fancy new staff you're toting around. What do you plan to do with that?
What do you plan to do with it is more to the question.
I thought enough red-eyed rotters on the beach. If you get in a jam, I've got your back. But I'm not enlisting in that crusade. These fine folks seem to think they haven't a problem in the world beyond a shortage of herbs. You might try the constable. That's the one. She's a former Roman legionnaire. And you didn't hear it from me, but I hear her husband's gone missing. She might listen.
We actually did some quests. Well, we talked to her earlier anyway. We didn't do any quests for her per se. Go up and to the left. And then again to the right.
Hello, my busy friend. The signs are good today. I feel quite certain today's the day Centurion Mesha will finally return home.
Unfortunately, no. He's corrupted.
Corrupted? That's preposterous. He's battled the demon hordes more times across the centuries than I can count. Besides, I would have seen the signs. I've heard the reports, of course. Corrupted in some isolated spots in North Everfall. But they're not massing for an attack. All the signs are good.
Shouldn't we make sure?
Now you sound like my husband. Always skeptical. He'll return soon. For now, try Captain Dubois. Perhaps he can spare some soldiers for you.
Alright, talk to Francis. Jason also said, you looked like a tough biker in your profile picture. Yeah, that's I think that picture's about 3 years old, maybe 4 at this point. I'll probably grow the beard out again at some point, but not here. It's too hot where we live right now. It's too hot and humid. I don't like the beard. I don't like the long beard in this climate.
A fine day to you.
Especially anytime I go out
I
back
trust
to
your
do
meeting
construction
with the
work in the
constable was
backyard.
mutually
It just gets in the
beneficial.
way.
Was there anything I could offer you to support your interests? Oh,
I
well,
need soldiers,
I've
sir.
heard the reports.
Welcome to the
and
channel,
I
Doctor.
salute your courage in battling the Crimson Menace.
Also,
That
Slick
staff
Goku
appears to be a formidable
on
weapon.
Twitch and YouTube, respectively.
Unfortunately, I cannot send soldiers to join you on your mission. Every available guardsman is deployed now in an effort to combat the current crisis.
You waking up, Frodo? You coming over here, buddy? Or are you just... Are you tossing turning, or are you waking up? You're just tossing? Alright. Frodo's over in the bed, talking at me. Alright, what crisis are you talking about?
Why, you haven't heard? Impossible! There's a devastating shortage of herbs. Many of our wealthier citizens depend on such herbs for happiness and health. The herbalist who normally caters to our city is named Ao, but he hasn't
It's
made
probably
an
going to
appearance
nuke your
in
link,
months. We've set search
Dracula.
parties.
I was on Jessica Regan's IMDb page earlier, but I didn't see anything for New World. I saw Assassin's Creed, Baldur's Gate 3, Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. I didn't see New World anywhere. Mr. Big Bear says, I can finally talk. Yep. There's that 10-minute limitation on Twitch and 20 minutes over on
For
YouTube.
Roxborough, it is a crisis of the highest order. So by all means, your campaign gets my full moral support. But do look out for how.
That's a good point. Maybe it just hasn't been updated. Although with Baldur's Gate 3 being on there, you would think it would be. Repel the Corrupted. I remember the name Hapless Hal. Oh yeah, final rank of Poison Cloud. How far away are we going? Up there? Thankfully I have fast travel. Alright, Big Bear, thank you very much. Enjoy your day. As a reminder for those of you tuning into for the first time today, if you happen to leave before we wrap up today at some point, I'll do my commercial right now. I multi-stream every day on YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is the newer channel for me. I've been doing YouTube for many years now. I've been full-time at this for a little over 2.5 years. We'll be at 3 years in February. YouTube is the primary channel, so in between the streams, I do a lot of video content creation over there. Movie reviews, game reviews, discussions, TV shows, game guides, do a lot of stuff related to gaming and nerd stuff. We're reviewing Rings of Power right now as those come out. And I'm a variety content creator, a variety streamer, so I play a lot of different games. Traditionally, I stream daily on YouTube and Twitch at around 9 or 10 a.m. and then again at 5 or 6 p.m. Central Time. I usually stream for about 3 hours. Sometimes we'll go over, sometimes we're less, but usually around 3 hours. So we do about 6 hours of streaming a day. I have other sessions like our No Man's Sky session that's very unique and only happens on Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. And right now we are playing this. Tomorrow morning, we're going back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. We're going to wrap that up. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be playing No Man's Sky. And Friday, we're back to we're back to Starfield as we continue our second playthrough, marching towards the launch of the Shattered Space DLC. And after that, we've got a jam-packed October with a bunch of games. We've got the Diablo 4 DLC. We're going to try this and go through the storyline. We're going to do Black Ops 6 campaign, and then we're getting into Dragon Age the Veilguard, which runs us into November, where we've also got Assassin's Creed Shadows, Stalker 2, and then December we've got Indiana Jones. I play a lot of games. We do a lot of things. So hopefully you'll stick around beyond New World Aeternum. This is a one-time thing. Happen to be out there. I've already played the game before, but I wanted to give it a shot on the console, and I've been very, very pleased with the PS5 performance. I don't think we need... I still can't... Why is that bow locked? Well, some part of it's locked. It has a locked icon over it. I'm not sure why. Well, I suppose I will learn more about that later. I also have a homestead channel for those of you who like backyard chickens, eggs, cats.
Do you see this? Or are you just going to walk on by like everyone else? Huh, these roads are supposed to be safe. What dark times this must be for people to just turn away from a poor innocent merchant who's been waylaid by rabid wolves.
Rabid wolves, no. There's also a bunch of stuff related to... Well, here's Chris by the moment. Since I just mentioned backyard chickens, can I see one of those? Farm fresh eggs, everybody. These are from our chickens. Yeah, put them down with the wine stash. Those are the excess. That's my wife. She does pretty much everything related to the homestead she takes care of. I work on some small carpentry projects and stuff outside, but she handles all the day-to-day stuff. Our homestead is located in southeast Mexico, down by Guatemala. But I do split my time between here and the U.S. My brother has a cattle ranch, so you'll also find a lot of stuff related to ranching and farm-to-table beef stuff in the Discord. We have a crafting, gardens, and animals section. And I occasionally share things out on the YouTube community section as well.
Oh no, the wolves were vicious and slobbery, but they didn't get any of the good stuff.
How do you start a
I
ranch,
just need
asks
someone to
Funky.
help write me cart.
You get a lot of money together is how
Do I
you do
look
it.
like a lumberjack or some muscle-bound warrior?
Figure
who
out a
can
way to
lift
get some
heavy weight with
land.
their pinky finger?
And prepare
I
to
need
just
help here.
blood, sweat, and tears. You don't get days off. You don't get sick days. There's no mental health days. Animals don't care if you're not feeling good. You get to do it 24/7, 365.
Finally, someone with a heart. Help me out here, and I'll see you richly rewarded in Oxford.
He would absolutely not
I've
let
got
you ranch on
friends
part
there
of his
in high
land.
places, I do.
Might let you go work if you want to earn your way up the food chain. You want to provide some free labor and do an apprenticeship. You never know. Farmers are always looking for strong backs, strong hands, people who aren't whiny little bitches. Hard work. It's hard work being a farmer, being a rancher. Sun up, sun down, cold, sun. Well, it's certainly not a job for little boys. That's for sure. Metro, I got a bad back in gamer hands. I'm screwed. Dude, it was so funny when I went up there in June. I was still recovering from my fall, so I had that twisted nerve in my leg. And I got made fun of quite a bit because I couldn't ride any four-wheelers. I couldn't ride a horse. It was all rehabbed. It's whatever the default is, so. Oh no! First crash of the weekend, guys. We've been playing all weekend and we haven't had a single crash. It's the first one we've seen. Not bad. What percent do I have the gamma and light set to? Asks Soso Dancer over on YouTube. Whatever's the default. What's up, Bruce Gaming? Decker says, I played the first time. The gameplay was like my favorite RPG game called Terra. If I've heard Terra, yeah. Yeah, the day before yesterday, Metro. This is the open beta, so its crashes are totally acceptable during open beta. One crash after like 3 days of playing. That's pretty good. Shit, you guys remember our Star Wars Outlaws playthrough? That thing crashed like every single time I did a live stream. And I still loved every minute of that game. But we got way more crashes on that. Yeah, I'm on the PS5 and it's been pretty good so far. Oh, we might have had a server crash because there it goes. Who's behind me? Uh-oh. When did Mommy let you in? You want to come say hi to the stream, buddy? Come here. No, you're being obnoxious. Come here. What are you doing? Mommy let you in and didn't even warn me. What's up, buddy? No, this is not Frodo. This is Smeagol. Frodo's in bed over there. Which way'd you go? Do you want the chair? Or do you want to go in the box? Here. You have mud all over your feet because you just got mud and dirt all over my arm. Hang on. Hang on. No, that's your brother. Leave your brother alone. You're a dirty mess. It's because you were outside all morning playing in the mud. Yes, you were. Yes, you got dirt all over me, buddy. Fur baby? Yeah, we have a lot of fur babies. And that's the perfect commercial for the morning live streams we're doing on the Homestead channel. We started this morning. Because these guys go outside at 4:30 in the morning and hang out on the patio and the catio for a few hours. Him and his brother were both just beating the shit out of each other earlier today while we were eating breakfast. Anyway, somebody asked a question earlier about what is this compared to the new game. This is a highly polished rendition of the game that already exists today. It's also a console edition, which it does not exist yet for New World. So the way this works is this is a beta test for their console editions, which simultaneously is also the new version of the game that is relaunching on October 15th. If you already own the game, you don't have to spend a dime. It's automatically going to convert over to the new version of the game on October 15th. You don't lose any progress, you don't lose any characters. It's just a launch of the console editions of the game simultaneous to that going live. It is an extremely more polished edition. It's got a brand new main series quest line, the new archetypes, archetype armor, which is cosmetic, new cutscenes. No, Metro, don't. No, don't misunderstand that one. You don't automatically get to own the console editions. Or you might be trolling me at this point, Metro, because I know I published that video list that you might be yanking my leg. The PS5 and Xbox editions are separate from the PC version. There ain't no freebies here. Your PC version gets upgraded for free, but if you want it on the PlayStation or Xbox, you gotta pay for it. Oh, okay. You legitimately... Alright, Lips. You're forgiven, man. I wasn't sure if you were trolling me or not. I literally released a video yesterday called New World Aeternum is a cash grab. And that video is trolling the people who are complaining about the fact that they have to buy the console edition. It's like, I own it on PC. I should get it for free on the Xbox. No. No, you shouldn't. You need to go use muskets, Decker, because the musket sounds are awesome in this game. That's a better way of wording it, Drusilla, yes. They will be in parity together once this all comes together. What I ought to do is just go read off of Amazon's blog post, because they do have it worded pretty succinctly there, even though it's not massively published everywhere.
The destiny of this island is already decided. Do you not see it? The weak shall succumb, and the strong shall prevail.
Use your Azoth staff to clear the colossal corruption. Yeah, see, this is part of the new stuff. Yeah.
The crimson storm, but it is a force of nature and destiny. Join the tempest and be the storm.
They've done a pretty good job of weaving in content that's new with old. So it's a pretty cool, like I said, everything I've seen so far, it feels like a brand new game to me, even though I do have recollections of little moments from when the game first launched. Everything else has felt incredibly different. Especially the story. Oh, we gotta travel a long way for that turn in. This kitty cat, that's Smeagol. There are a crap ton of quests, Bruce, for sure. And one of the big things difference between this and the launch version, you kind of had to do all these side quests to keep your level range up so that you could do the main quest. But now the main quest, you could just do only the main quest and it'll take you all the way to, what is it, 65? I think it's the max. We have a lot of cats. We have Luke and Leia, who are the first litter out of Dora, the mother, who came with the homestead. When we got here, she showed up starving, a street cat, and we started feeding her. And about a week after we started feeding her, she brought 2 feral kittens with her, 2 little 2-month-old feral kittens, which are Luke and Leia. Then we found out that she was pregnant, and the 2 vets in town would not spay her because she was late-term pregnancy. So we had to let her have that litter. That litter had 5 kittens. That was Merry, Pippin, Frodo, Sam, and Smeagol. Sam passed, unfortunately. He got run over by a car. That was a horrible day. It was Christina's first ever cat pet, and she was the one who found him like right after it happened in the street, and that wrecked her for like 6 months. Along the way, we also adopted Snow White, who is a calico, who showed up at our doorstep, skin and bones, beaten, big old abscess in her back that was the size of a golf ball. And then we rehabilitated her. She's completely fine now. Although this guy, Smeagol and Frodo, hate her guts. She's been here a year, and they still try to beat the shit out of her. She beat the shit out of her all the time. And she tries to play all the time, but she never learned how to play, so she bites really hard. She doesn't use her claws, at least with me. But if she gets your arm and pulls it to her mouth, she will draw blood every time. She just bites really hard. So she's had a hard time integrating. But we have a bunch of cats. 8 or 9 cats, I think. Whatever it is. Dora, Luke, and Leia, Merry, Pippin, Frodo, Smeagol, Snow White, Blancanieves. We have 8 cats in total. And then we have like 30 chickens. Yeah, fatty. Rawr. Are you a good boy? In here in the air conditioning. His brother's asleep on the bed over there. Alright, turn to Oxborough with news of your victory. Right now we are saving up for another property, and the idea is we're going to move up into the mountains and get a bigger place and have more animals, because I would like a couple of goats. Chris wants a dog. And we don't have enough space where we're at right now. It's a very small plot of land that we have.
I told you these people are something else. Got their heads in the clouds.
But it's paid for, so.
As popular as your Mr. How, but maybe they weren't picking the right herbs.
Well, the right herbs will bring life to any party, Grace O'Malley. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
You and I know the truth, don't we? Herbalists How may get all the glory, but you're the one who did the work. You're the real hero. Nah, you'd be a fool if you did. Flying your flag everywhere is just an invitation for trouble. You and the old codger are more my sort of people.
If you hang out long enough, guys, you'll see many of the cats on this stream, but not all of them. Pippin comes in the room, Smeagol comes in the room, Frodo comes in the room. Frodo is the one, I'll be recording videos. This has happened multiple times, and he'll like jump out of nowhere, and he likes to come on your shoulder, and so he surprises me in the middle of video recordings sometimes. This guy talks a lot, so when he wakes up, he's very talkative, and he likes to jump on the back of the chair and just hang out back here. Consequently, my office chair is just shredded. And then Pippin is my little girl who's been through a lot. She's had multiple surgeries, had some issues. But she's fully recovered now. Most recently, she fell and like ripped her stomach open and had an abdominal puncture. She's in a body bandage for like 3 months. This is part of the reason why Chris finally built the catio, was because they were coming home injured all the time. And then we had packs of wild dogs that started becoming a problem about 2 months ago, and they've been killing animals. So we decided to just keep our cats at home and built an emergency catio last month, and they're mostly used to it now. Mary still gets out, and we just let her do her thing because she's an acrobat. But Encrypted Afro says mountains, woods, fresh water, and fast internet is all one needs. 100% true. Calicos are sassy, says Turtle0923. They are. And our calico in particular, she's super nice. And she's always wants attention. And she wants to be an inside cat so bad. But this guy and his brother Frodo just beat up on her all the time. And Pippin will sometimes chase her. So it's unfortunate because she wants to come in so bad. But she does that, and then she pees. She'll go hide under the bed to not be attacked, and then she'll go pee in a corner because she's too scared to like come out and go find the litter box or go outside. So we just can't. We just can't let her inside. So she stays outside for the most part. But she's really sweet. She just, hey, do not go attack your brother, buddy. No, come here. Why don't we put you in the box? No. By the way, it's an open box. It's just a milk crate that they go sleep in. Go over here. Go on. Don't go bother your brother. Go sleep over there. It's not like I'm locking him in a cage right now. That's for other times when he's naughty. Yeah? I got a milk crate over here that the other laptop sits on, and whoever's the one cat, they can go in and sleep underneath. Usually that's Pippin's space, but we're going to put Smeagol in there because I don't want him to go wake up his brother on the bed because they'll just fight. Packs of wild dogs sound like a Fallout story. Yeah, it's just where we live. They don't have dog control. They don't have like animal control down here. And recently what it is it's people's dogs that like chew through the rope and they get free, and so they just roam the streets at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's a pack of like 5 of them, 6 of them, and there's multiple packs, and they get blood on their tongue, and they just go around looking for little creatures to kill. So they'll kill chickens, they'll kill cats, they'll kill small dogs. Where are you going, buddy? Are you not ready to sleep? He's probably grumpy because I'm in his chair. This is where he really likes to sleep, is the chair that I'm sitting in. I just have to keep an eye on him so he doesn't get to his brother. But the dogs started becoming a problem recently, and it's bad because they're not afraid of humans, because they're all like dogs that have lived their lives on chains or ropes. Not abused by any means, but they live their lives on a leash. They're people's backyard dogs that are there to like protect their animals and stuff and bark when. Anyway, but they get loose, and then they roam around. Oh, now he wants to go out. You're going out? Let me go tell mommy. I should have left the homestead stream going. Chris is outside doing some sort of chicken coop project. Anyway, we had to fortify our property. Keep our animals safe. We had one dog get in the property about 6 months ago and try to kill a bunch of chickens. And then while I was on my trip in June, Chris had 2 dogs break in from the front. They pushed we have a door that's wired shut, and somehow they got it open and snuck down the side of the house and were trying to kill chickens and stuff. So yeah, Chris did a pretty good job. I mean, it's not a beautiful metro, it's not a beautiful catio, but it's a functional emergency catio that had to get built. Where did I miss the turn off? It's because I'm talking and not paying attention to the road.
all his goods intact. This is marvelous.
Vincent says, I heard a chain dragon when I was working, turned around a giant pit bull with chain not connected to anything. He was friendly, that's good. Our neighbors that moved in right next door to us, I think they moved in about 6 months ago. They've got a pit bull. And if you watch the Homestead channel, you actually see there's like on the neighbor's side we have chicken wire between us and their property. It's been there for years. There's barbed wire fencing with chicken wire as well. She put up a bunch of plastic bags and like cardboard on her side of the fence because her dog has no problems with us, but her dog cannot stand our cats. And if she sees the cats through the fence, she just goes bonkers and just barks nonstop. So they put a bunch of like cardboard and plastic just to block her view. And it's funny because Frodo and Sam will just sit there by the fence and just stare at the dog just to fuck with it. And that poor pit bull, she's a sweet little pit bull, and she's so pretty. She's such a good dog. She's great with. They have kids. They have a couple of twins and another little an infant. And all the kids are like the twins are like 4 or 5. She's super good with all the kids. She comes to the fence and says hi to Chris and I. She's a good dog, but she does not like our cats.
I feel confident this will sort itself
And the worst
out.
part is Frodo and
Our
Sam will go up to
return
the
is
fence and just be
such
like,
an
"What?
auspicious
What you gonna
occasion.
do? You can't touch
I
me.
must
There's a
believe
fence,
that
bitch."
Centurion Mesha will return very soon now.
All right, let's go talk to Yonas again. Oh, he's way down here. Have I been to that fort? No, but I have been here, so I can fast travel there at least. Bruce's Gaming says, if you start a second character, do you have to redo all the quests again? As far as I'm aware, yes. Brand new character, you gotta go do all the quest chains again. Oh! Turn around!
The staff has done its work. I can taste it in the air. Consecrated ground will repel the corrupted for a time. I'd say you were born to be a soul warden. If that wants such a
Wow, so you can actually
notion.
taste corruption.
Oh, yes. A side effect of the process. Like it or not, you'll be able to taste corruption soon, too. Like a rotten tooth, sweet with decay, followed by an aftertaste of blood. It quite ruins dessert, I'm afraid. Your success with the staff you forged.
Chris
proves
Bacon
your
asks
readiness.
over on YouTube, I have a quest for an ore
It is
vein.
now
Do you know where they
time for
spawn?
you to
Yeah,
face this final step
up in rocky
to
regions.
becoming a true soul warden.
So outside of most towns, there's usually some form of rocky cliff area, and you're going to have to go up into those rocky cliffs areas, and that's where you find the ore.
You must acquire a heart gem. Your defense against corruption. A vessel you'll use to encase your soul and protect it. A cold vault within your chest.
Within my chest.
Yes. But do not get hung up on details. There will be a time to discuss such things. For now, you must simply acquire the gem. Look here. These ancient guardians were once human, proud warriors. In a war now lost to time, they sacrificed in ways much like this old body.
So they have heart gems.
No, but the elements for creating a heart gem.
Welcome to the channel, Day Trade Mikey.
This will be no easy task, but I believe in you.
So, if you look at this right here as an example, oops, here's some hemp I'm going to grab. Not like I'm going to use it, but I'm going to grab it because reflex. This right here, you see how this is like a slab of rock? Matter of fact, I think I see an ore node up here. Do you see this slab of rock? There's 2 ore nodes up here. Here we go, iron vein. So you're going to be looking for big rock outcroppings like this. And here's where you're going to find all of your mining nodes. Also in caves, you'll find mining nodes sometimes. But this is what you're looking for, is rocky cliff type structures like this. There'll be up on top or down along the bottom edges. You're playing on the Series X. I'm on PS5. It's been a great experience on the console. Ooh, I have a reward I forgot to claim. Oh, that is better. And that's also better. A lot better. I'm going to sacrifice this bow. I can't. That's what's locked about it. You can't decon it. I wonder why. Oh, there's a toggle lock. Hey, Dracilla, you had said that you hadn't seen that before. So down here, there's a toggle lock that I must have accidentally clicked, which locks the item so that you can't decon it. That's all that icon was. So you can't salvage them if you've locked them. Okay, perfect. That makes total sense now that I know what was going on. Chris says I'm an occult with ice damage. The gauntlets are a lot of fun. My first ever character was Rapier and Ice Gauntlet. Oh, are these 3 different? Oh, I remember these ruins. Looking for the heart of a guardian. It's pointing me right around here. Defeat ancient guardians. Oh, that's just... Okay, never mind. I see what that is. Three, 4, 5. Oh, he does 5. 1, 2. Oh, that's just the 1. So we might as well head in this area, in this direction, because this is for the gemstone and the caves and stuff. And I also kill stuff along the way. Well, actually, let's stick to this area for now. Hang on, did I not loot the other corpse? Because I only have 2 of 3. Yep, there it is right there. Yeah, and the mantling is something, I think it's cool because you can turn it off if you don't want it. But I love it, so I keep it on. Wait, did that one just spawn? It did. Don't participate in PvP then if it's going to ruin it for you, Chris. It's an optional part of the game. I don't touch PvP. I can't stand it. Is it auto-riding me to my destination? I didn't think it did that, but it sure feels like it's riding me to that waypoint. It's not flawless though, because it's like beelining me. Yeah, the PvP is 100% consensual and optional in this game. You can turn it off. You don't have to participate. I think it's off by default, to be honest with you. Where is this boss? Is it down? Huh. Well, I don't see anything up or down. I wonder if it just hasn't respawned yet. Well, I don't see anything down here. Gosh darn it, we're almost to level 25. Come on! You can do it! Well, this also might be the thing. It says kill ancient guardians to collect the heart of a guardian. Because these have the quest. Oh, this might have been it. Yep, it was just I needed to kill those until I got the drop. That's what it was. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. All right, see ya, Hamish. Have fun. Enjoy your dinner. I'm about ready for lunch myself. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's about lunchtime. It's 11:30 here. Oh, what is that? Is this like a never? Oh my god, fucking Yeti! Oh my god, big ass Yeti! Ah! There's level 25. That was slightly terrifying, guys. Not gonna lie. Ooh, Frostfang. We got more stuff. This is like a wave. Oh my god, does it never end? Did he spawn again? I think we just need to loot and get out of here. It seems like that's like a never-ending spawn. Run away! Yeah, I'm not stopping. I want no more part of that. Alright, we need to ride all the way back to construct my heart gem in the Azoth font. Nah. Exactly, Vanson. That's my reaction to a Yeti in the wild. Is there a road around here? There is, but it's up over in here. I love the world design in these areas. It's like you get Egyptian, you get Roman, you get Mayan stuff. Like there's all sorts of different architectures at play here. Now, I remember there used to be a Guardian in here when the game launched, and it was a really pain in the ass fight. could be mistaken. I remember there being something in here you had to fight. Oh yeah, give me all the power. I have the power! Oh, there's Egyptian stuff in the desert? Cool. I need to make an estimation too, because I've been playing pretty progressively over the past few days. And just got to level 25. I need to go look at how many hours I've put in so far.
That. An empty heart.
Think about how long of a time commitment I might be committing myself to if I want to do the entire playthrough, the entire storyline of this when it launches on the 15th.
A soul warden's power comes from creating distance in your soul, like a firebreak in the forest.
We'll go check my time here in a second.
The heart gem provides that barrier, inuring your soul against corruption. Not entirely.
I'm not immune to it, though.
You can still fall to temptation or rage, but it offers protection, a buffer.
Okay.
Sadly, it also buffers against the taste of food, the warmth of sunlight, the love of another.
I mean, I'm already dead.
Are you sure you're ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, that part.
Or at least I'm
is
undead. I can't die. There's a
easier
difference,
than
maybe.
It was, at least. You just have to die.
Oh yeah, for sure, Super Dave. The beta is just literally to test it all out.
That is the easy part. First, you must enter the Hot Forge and
That's how
face
betas
its
work
guardian.
usually. The progress
Then
doesn't
we
carry
will
over.
complete the ritual.
Now, I'm not using a musket this build, guys, but I am going to equip it just for the moment because this right here. I love that sound. And I love the look of the muskets too. I love it. I love it. I'll be doing a musketeer for my official playthrough when it happens. All right, let me go look at something here. Oh, it's very well polished. Very, very well polished. Let me check some stuff here. Yeah, the pickaxes, the sound of trees falling down. There's a lot of really good sound design in this game. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm roughly 12 hours in, roughly. And I'm at level 25. So if there's 65 levels of content, excuse me, this is me being awake since 2:30 in the morning, and it's time for my lunch and my nap. Level 50 probably take a little bit longer. But let's assume it takes 25 hours. Let's assume it takes 25 to 30 to get to 50, and then another. I bet it's 50 hours of gameplay. I bet it's 50-ish hours of gameplay, 40 to 50 probably, to get to do the main. If I just focused on the main storyline and I didn't do any crafting, I didn't do any side quests, and I just ran the main storyline, I bet it's a 50 to 60 hour. I don't think it's probably 40. I'd be betting 50 hours. Drusilla's saying probably 45-ish. The cap in live is 65, Dave. So right now the cap in beta is 25. I believe it's 25. Might be 30. I'm pretty sure it's 25. So if I estimate 50 hours, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look at my calendar and figure out if I could sneak this in. So this comes out on October 15th. Where'd my calendar go? Or where'd my notebook? Sorry. I think Black Ops 6 is the 25th. Hang on, I'm looking for my notebook. Yeah, the 25th. That would give me 10 days. Oh man, that would be cutting it close. I would have to do like 6 hours a day of streams to be able to beat it in 10 days. I would definitely have to do like 5 to 6 hours a day to beat the main storyline. Before Black Ops 6 drops. Yeah, Vanson, that's a legit thing. Like, my brother is a good example of this because he has so much going on. He only gets, we were talking about this the other day, he only gets to play, he only gets to play about two games per year. Outside of, like, we play Minecraft with his son together, and we also play World of Warcraft with him. But main games, he usually only plays, like, 2 bigger games per year. And he'll usually pick something like, he's doing Star Wars Jedi Survivor right now, and then he's going to do Indiana Jones in December. Because his time is limited. I do this for a day job, and it's a struggle bus for me to try to... I have to pick my battles. Like, I can't play everything. Like, there's too much that comes out. I definitely want to play this when it comes out on the 15th. I'm a little concerned about being able to wrap it up before Black Ops 6 drops their campaign on the 25th of October. Because if this drops on the 15th, it gives me not even 10 days. It gives me 9 days to clear, let's say, 50 hours of content. I'm not a full-time streamer is the thing. I'm a full-time content creator. So when I say full-time, I do this full-time, but I don't stream 8 hours a day. I stream 6. I won't have any time after the 25th, though, because Dragon Age the Veilguard starts on the 31st. And that's going to consume me for at least 2 to 3 weeks into mid-November. And if that turns out to be a 100-hour game, that's my whole November gone. We're going to play it. I'm going to be hard-pressed to finish up the storyline before Black Ops 6 drops, though. Diablo 4's DLC, I would imagine, is going to be something that I could do pretty quick, because that drops on the 8th, and I got a full week until Aeternum drops on the 15th. I should absolutely be able to clear the DLC, because the DLC is not going to be 50 hours worth of content. It'll probably be 15 hours of story. All right. Well, that's going to be the question, isn't it? If I can get through the whole storyline when this drops on the 15th. So, I'm stopping here, guys. However, we're not completely done. I will have a review up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central. I'm going to literally stop this, go see about lunch, come back, record my review, get it uploaded and ready for tomorrow morning. So if you want to see my thoughts on this, I've already got early thoughts videos up and everything else, but the review will happen to be tomorrow. The video that went live this morning, should you buy this game? You can check that video out over on YouTube. I may Sunday nights is the one night I don't always stream. So I need to see what Chris wants to do tonight. If I do come back, see, because it's September 15th, so tonight is like 4th of July in Mexico. So if there's something going on downtown tonight, Chris is probably going to want to go out and watch fireworks and stuff. So I might not do a stream tonight. But if I do, it'll be around 5 or 6 p.m. Central, and it'll probably Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Tomorrow morning, definitely Space Marine 2 for the live stream at 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll be wrapping that up. And then tomorrow night, we've got Lord of the Rings Online at 6 p.m. Central. Da, da, da. Drixilla said, you already have a character on the PC version. Partially through. I do. I have 2 characters. You get an advanced head start since you've already done some of the story on the console version. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, I guess, yeah, because you could skip ahead because I've already done it. That's an interesting way to look at it, for sure. So tomorrow morning, the review of this will be going live, and then the normal daytime stream at 9 or 10 a.m. Central will be Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. We're going to wrap that game up tomorrow, and then I'll have the review out for that on Tuesday. And then tomorrow night is Lord of the Rings Online at 6 p.m. Central. Tuesday, we're going to be doing No Man's Sky. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings for the morning streams. And then on Friday, we're back to Starfield for the continuation of our second playthrough of Starfield, working our way towards the Shattered Space DLC, which launches on the 30th. Can't wait to get back into Starfield. It's such a good game. And I got ships to build and outposts to build and more guns to collect and more ammo to craft now that we can craft ammo and everything else. And then October is going to be a busy, busy month, everybody. Diablo 4 DLC. This game's launching on the 15th. Black Ops 6 campaign, Dragon Age Veilguard. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming ahead. So if you liked what you saw here today and you're new, follow along. More of the same. I play a lot of games. We do a lot of different stuff together. There's a Homestead channel if you want to get involved with that as well. There's a Discord where we share gardening and crafting and all sorts of other fun stuff. We have a World of Warcraft community if you play that. We play and stream on Wednesdays and Saturday nights. We do our raids publicly on Saturday evenings. Normal mode, nothing sweaty. And we're going to be playing Dune Awakening next year together. We've played a lot of other stuff together, so hopefully we'll see you for all the things. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. Appreciate it. Thanks to everybody. By the way, Anonymous today, I got to give another shout out. He donated like 6 or so subs on Twitch today to a bunch of people. So thanks so much for that, Anonymous, for gifting those subs and supporting the channel like that. Also, thanks to, where did it go here? Mr. Big Bear 902 for the raid earlier today on Twitch. Everybody who's following along on YouTube as well, thanks so much, guys. I will have a new member video up for the people on YouTube probably in the next 24 to 48 hours, so stay tuned for that as well if you're a channel member on YouTube. I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day.